Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and today we're going to get into the zone. This meditation is designed to put you into that perfect state where you can enhance your focus, boost creativity, elevate productivity. Imagine a state where every action flows seamlessly from one to the next, where your mind is clear and your creativity knows no bounds. It's a reachable reality. This meditation is designed to transport you into your deepest wells of focus and innovation. This meditation is your key to unlocking a world where your potential meets performance. Whether you're looking to elevate your artistic expression, enhance your work, productivity, or simply cultivate a more mindful, present existence. Getting into the zone is your gateway to a life of unparalleled achievement and fulfillment. Let yourself be guided into this transformative state and discover what it truly means to perform at your peak. Using powerful neurolinguistic programming and trance induction techniques, just by letting go and listening to the words that I use, this will activate a potential within you to get into the zone. Find a place where you can escape from the outside world for a few moments. Let's begin by taking a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And exhale slowly as you continue to breathe deeply and evenly. Feel the tension melting away from your body with each breath. Allow your mind to settle, your thoughts to clear, and your focus to sharpen. With every exhale, imagine releasing any stress, distractions, or worries that are holding you back. Visualize them leaving your body, making room for calm and clarity. Feel the weight lifting off your shoulders as you become lighter and more attuned to the present. Shift your focus to your breath. Follow its path as it enters and exits your body. Feel the life force as it energizes and revitalizes every cell. With each breath, you're drawing in focus and expelling distraction. You're becoming a beacon of concentration, ready to shine brightly. As you allow your eyes to comfortably close, I'll explain a little bit about what to expect as you enter trance. You already have all the knowledge you need to understand how to enter a trance. You have experience of entering a trance many times each day. I'm sure you can recall times you've been wandering along and discovered your mind begins to wander to thoughts, ideas, and dreams, or the experience of waiting in line as you start to daydream. Now, as you sit there beginning to drift into a comfortable hypnotic trance, you can hear the sound of my voice and have an awareness of different thoughts and ideas that come to mind. And while you listen to the sound of my voice, I'm going to talk to you. And just like in everyday situations, like when you were in school listening in class, and you will have occasionally drifted off into a daydream, and later realized you don't know if you remember the whole lesson. Many people that go into a trance remember some things and forget others. And you can remember what is important to consciously remember, whilst at the same time forget what is unimportant to recall after this session. There's no need to try to go into a trance. It can develop all by itself. And you can develop that trance in your own unique way, based on your own lifetime full of experiences of entering trance states easily and effortlessly. From all those times you've discovered yourself to have been daydreaming, through to those times you become deeply absorbed in what you're doing. So now, with your eyes closed, you can enjoy a moment's quiet while your unconscious prepares to enter a resourceful trance state that is just right for the work we are doing here today. That's it. Now, as people enter trance, they often begin to notice how the breathing changes. For some, the breathing speeds up a little bit before it settles on a relaxed rhythm. For others, it begins to comfortably relax. And while the breathing helps to deepen and maintain the trance, many people become intrigued to discover how much more youthful they look as their facial muscles relax. The muscles in the face and throughout the body, and the continued feeling of comfort that people feel when you come out of trance later are some of the side effects of entering a hypnotic trance in this way. So while you prepare to enter this trance state, I wonder what other positive side effects you will receive. And while you continue into this state, your mind will wander at times. And whatever happens, my voice can go with you, and you can drift and dream and allow your mind to wander. And there will be times when you can focus on what I'm saying and pay close attention to the words I am using and all the different meaning that I am conveying in what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. Or you could choose to focus on the stages of the process, on how your awareness changes as this experience goes on. That's right. You can really begin to think about those times you've naturally been in the zone. So many people find they go in the zone without trying or without knowing. It is going to happen. And entering the zone is an unconscious process. And while you listen to me, your unconscious can begin to access all the memories of time. You naturally enter the zone. And on a conscious level, you don't have to be aware of those memories, whilst the unconscious part of you begins to explore those memories and to look for how you naturally enter the zone. And when you enter the zone, you do so easily and effortlessly. When you put effort into entering the zone, you increases the chances of not entering the zone. And you can take this experience now to really delve into how you enter the zone. And you know you can enter the zone with a trigger. And you don't even have to know what the trigger is or how the trigger works. The trigger can happen automatically. And you know you have experience of triggers happening automatically. like seeing a red light and putting on the brakes, or hearing your name and suddenly and instinctively paying your attention to where your name came from. And I wonder how you will naturally and instinctively enter the zone when the time is right and your unconscious can find a trigger. Many golfers develop a trigger of entering the zone when they take a hold of a golf club, and many snooker players develop a trigger of entering the zone when they hold the snooker cue, and many F1 drivers set up a trigger and enter the zone when they hold the steering wheel. I wonder how you will enter the zone and what your trigger will be, and a part of you can learn that instinctively. And as you now learn that instinctively, you can wonder what it will feel like. That feeling of focus. That feeling that all of your attention narrows to the task at hand. That all distractions disappear. The time seems to slow down. And you discover it's like you're in your mind observing what your body is doing. And Bruce Lee said, "I don't punch, it punches." And you can now take the time to create all the necessary changes on an instinctive level. And you can take as long as is necessary for you over the next few minutes to make it possible to enter the zone instinctively and effortlessly. In those situations, you want it to happen automatically. That's it. And as you continue to relax, you can take some time to create an environment in your mind where you can learn what you need to know. And there was someone that needed to learn for an exam in school, and they took the time to create a place to learn in the mind. And they went to that place and discovered a round table with people that were the leaders in their fields. Sat at the table, and they sat at the table with these people and enjoyed conversations about their specialist subjects as they absorbed the learning. And another person wanted to learn and sing and dance at the same time, and they knew how to sing and they knew how to dance. They just needed to learn to sing and dance at the same time. And they created a dance studio in their mind where a top instructor guided them through months of rehearsal, learning and practicing until they mastered singing and dancing at the same time. And you can learn what will work best for you. And now I'd like to have you just get the sense of a large high-definition TV in your mind. And on that TV, just get a sense of a slightly older version of yourself. And watch that slightly older version of yourself. And you know what you want help with and what you want to improve in a moment. You can watch that slightly older version of you perform perfectly in the zone. Everything they do will be faultless, and you can watch them, even in challenging situations, doing everything perfectly and effortlessly. And I wonder how much you know about the research carried out into mental rehearsal that showed that people that used mental rehearsal without any practice performed better than those that spent the same length of time practicing. In mental rehearsal, they practiced performing perfectly over and over again until they were in the zone. Whereas in real life practice, people made mistakes and learned how not to perform correctly as well as how to perform correctly. And it is important to carry out real life practice, and you can discover how much improvement you achieve each time you enter a trance. And you can drift into a trance before you fall asleep, or as you wake up, or while you stand in line or any other situation that is appropriate and safe to do so. And each trance you have can enhance the effectiveness of this work towards getting you into the zone and achieving what you want. And I don't know whether it will be the spaces between my words or each breath you take that helps you to improve performance. And I wonder what will help that improvement continue. And you know, it's interesting how as a child you thought differently and your thinking style allowed you to learn effortlessly. And you made mistakes, but they were part of the learning and they made you learn even quicker, and you were in the zone. And you learned to master walking. You learned to master talking. You learned to master a whole range of complex processes, tasks, and activities, and you continue to do so. And in a moment, you can take all the time you need to absorb integration and new learning and create and begin to strengthen relevant neural pathways in the mind and body. And your unconscious can draw up every single time you got a part of that correct, and during this time can piece all those parts together. In the same way someone can do this with golf and draw up that one time they made contact with the ball just right. That one time they had their feet just right. That one time they were in the zone. All these parts can be recalled unconsciously and linked together. And you can honestly and fully carry this out now, over the next few minutes, seeing yourself in the zone in whatever way you need to be in the zone. Maybe it's for something you need to do today. Whatever that is, enter into the zone in your mind and see this for the next few minutes. That's right, and many people think they lack motivation without realizing that they wake up in the morning, they get out of bed, they eat food, and they do many other behaviors that take motivation. And motivation consists of towards and away from motivation. There are things you are motivated towards, the goals you want, and there are things you are motivated away from, like not wanting to be in trouble, and to become motivated with the most efficiency. You can have an element of towards motivation and an element of away from motivation, and you can think of something you feel motivated to do, and as you think about that, you can begin to get a sense of where that image is in your mind. Is it in front of you? Off to the left? Off to the right? Above you? Below you? And you can think about how big that image is, and whether you see yourself in the image or are viewing the image as if you're looking through your own eyes. And now you can get a sense of your mind going blank. And once your mind has gone blank, you can get a sense of what it is you haven't been feeling motivated to do. And you can get a sense of where that is in your mind, whether it is above you, below you, behind you, in front of you, to the left, or to the right. And you can get a sense of whether you can see yourself in that image or whether you're viewing that image as if you are looking through your own eyes. And you can now begin to move that picture to where the motivated picture was, and your unconscious mind can make the adjustments that program that in your mind in the same way that you have the other motivational memories in your mind. And you can fix that in place, as if each breath works like adhesive to stick that new way of representing those behaviors in place. And you can discover something new and respond in a new way, and your unconscious can make changes easily and effortlessly. And you can begin to think about how things will be different for you when you find yourself motivated to do things that previously you felt less motivated to do. And as you listen to me, you can respond more fully when your mind wanders. You can update those neural networks in the brain to respond in a new and improved way. And I remember a story about a frog that was stuck in a rut on a muddy road. Another frog hopped along and heard the frog asking for help. When he found the frog, he tried to reach down to get him out. He couldn't reach, so he asked the frog if he could jump out. The frog said it was too hard. The frog in the rut asked the other frog, "Could you jump down, let me stand on your back, then I can get out?" The other frog said that then he would be stuck in the rut and didn't want that. The frog decided he would just have to leave that frog, and he continued to hop along the road. And after a while, the frog that was stuck in the rut hopped past him and raced off. The The frog chased after him and asked, "I thought you were stuck in the rut. How did you get out?" The frog replied, "There's a truck coming, and you can discover your inner motivation in a way that is unique to you. And you can take all the time you need to allow yourself to honestly and fully update your neurology, while I take a few moments to quiet down in the background, allowing this motivation to flow through you as you get further into the zone." You are now focused, in a state in which you are in the zone, creative, flowing with ideas that flow. Give yourself an anchor, and you can use this anchor at any time. It can be a word, a gesture, a feeling, something unique to you, to put yourself into the zone at any time. Rest in this zone, this heightened state of efficiency, feeling the effects of it, and allow this feeling and state to integrate into your body and mind. That's right. And now as you gradually find your way back out of trance, you can take all the time you need to ensure all the work is completed fully and honestly. And only drift back out of trance at the rate and speed that all of the reprogramming updates. And when you have found your way back fully, all necessary changes will have happened on an instinctive level. Allow you to open your eyes and come back to the room. Get situated back into the room. You can move your fingers and toes. Allow a moment to confirm a change has happened in your state of mind, and a new and powerful technique is available to you to allow you to go back into the zone at any time, to create, to focus, to do anything you want. For in this zone, all things are possible. Welcome to the Reality Revolution.